Good afternoon. Welcome to another edition of Starbase Expanded. Today we have Darts driving
Howdy there.
and event dudes like usual.
Hey, I'll be doing questions if you got anything. Put them in the chat. I'll try to answer them as we go along here.
And Todd, are you going to be partaking or are you just hanging out?
Well, I plan to be most of the time, but yeah, I'll throw on what I can.
Cool. I'm going to apologize in advance. My connection's been flapping most of the day, so if I drop randomly, you'll know what happened. So, Darth, anything new and exciting happening in the wonderful world of Starbase today?
Oh, there has been a lot in the last 24 hours. Let's see. So, for those who haven't seen, the QD arm off pad scrap was removed, and they've already started scrapping it in place. So, that's one thing. Earlier today, Mauricio did a ground shots and drive by, um, where he actually got to follow the new hinge section for the new QD arm on the back of a truck.
Did it end up over in Sanchez? What's the rest of the parts, or are they going to build it at the launch site?
That's a good question because it originally went to the launch site, then turned around and looks like it went back to Sanchez, which is probably where they offloaded.
Boo.
Yeah, I know. And that's the launch site for the most part. We saw some new stuff at the ASU today as well during the drive-by, which hopefully we'll have shots of all this for you soon. And something very interesting happened in Mega Bay 2 yesterday.
Oh,
Where it looks like we finally know what that trapezoid frame we've been looking at for the last couple of months is finally for.
do we have any shots of it for those watching at home?
Yes. Actually, hold on. Give me a minute. I can grab a clip and pull it up.
I was just going to say, where's the trapezoid?
Yeah, it went inside the strange test nose code that we've been keeping an eye on.
26 V2?
It's officially 20, or was it 43.1?
Yeah, 43.1, which Mauricio confirmed earlier today.
Such a boring name.
North, are you looking at pictures, or are we still looking at the airport? I wasn't sure if you popped any of the pictures up.
We're still looking at the airport. We're waiting
Okay.
for Mauricio to provide those pictures, which as soon as we get them, we'll start showing them.
I just dropped a picture of the nose cone, not the label, but just the nose cone, or the test article, so you can check it out.
Yeah, give me just a second here.
And
Isn't a
I'm grabbing a
trapezoid a three-dimensional triangle? Isn't a trapezoid a three-dimensional triangle? Sorry.
I think things will make a little more sense, Martin, when we pop an image up of it.
Yeah, hold on. I'm grabbing one real quick. Hang on.
Yeah,
we're with the overlay.
Due to my technical issues, Darts has jumped into the frying pan for streaming the images.
And there it is in Patreon Lounge. Just the screenshot in Patreon Lounge. for everybody.
Yeah, give us a minute, everyone. We have, and this literally happened minutes before we started, so we're doing the best we can. Let's get everything straight, but we'll be here.
Yeah, thanks for bearing with us, everybody. We do appreciate it.
And a big applause for Darth Lawrence for stepping up. We really appreciate this, man. Thank you.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Hey, the stream's good. Chill.
While we get the pictures up, I'm not sure if everybody saw, but Elon has just posted that they are bringing the ship home. They're still following it in the ocean. They've showed some pictures earlier today. Yeah, and he says they're dispatching a ship to bring it home. So this is, most of us were wrong. I was not expecting that they would go for this, but this is awesome news.
I said a few shows ago that they'd send a tug out to bring it back.
I have a feeling it's not going to be towed. I don't think it would survive the open waters that well.
In that
Right.
case, so what, you think they'd use one of those semi-submersible ships that they'd been having ready until they gave up after it kept exploding?
Yes. And, obviously, that's when they stop booking them and scheduling them. So it's like, cool.
Yeah, they're just going to tow it. They already have a vessel out there. They could tow it, but it's probably going to be destroyed. I was curious if they're just going to try to slam it up on that vessel using a winch or something, but probably the same result would happen. The other thing of notes is they are roughly, we're going to call it 2 days out. So if they left today, which I have not seen anything actually leaving anywhere, we're still expecting 2 days. The other problem is they're going to have to corral that ship because they're going to get in shipping lanes here pretty soon. So I'm curious to see what their plan there is, question mark. So they have a
Just send
lot
the
to
ship
do
out
ahead
there
of them.
with a line and attach it and hold it in place.
Yeah, but the
Well, the
point
funny thing
about that is it might rip it apart, so.
The funny thing about all that is the ship, the Blue Marlin, is in Malaysia. For anybody who doesn't remember or wasn't around during that time, the Blue Marlin was the one they used to bring back the USS Cole from the Gulf.
Yeah, that would definitely be able to do it. No problem.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you'd want to use one of the semi-submersibles like that to fetch it.
Yeah, without some sort of a lifting mechanism from a horizontal version, the way anything they do to just put it together quick is going to destroy it. They got to have something already set up, ready to go, tested. If that's how they want to do it, that's the only way I can see them doing it too.
Just to clarify, the Blue Marlin's over next to Venezuela.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, the
I thought
Black
it was.
Marlin. No, the Black Marlin, its sister, is down south of Australia.
Okay.
Hey, is
So
the stream
may-
frozen? We're showing
Nope.
what is that, Massey's or
No, I just changed it. Sorry about that.
So the trapezoid. So this is from River One. Trapezoid structure was stacked on a Pez dispenser base last night, and then sleeved over the nose cone that we saw in
Yeah.
Star Factory. That had the. I mean, you can see it right there. That had the ports sticking out the one side.
The ports and this reinforced structure on the tip.
What the heck?
The pop top.
They've lifted it. They had lifted it back after that. They lifted it back and forth off to the side once or twice so far today, but
I was kind of curious and kind of wondering if they might not put this on top of 39-1.
if that is the plan, that's must be having done a delay since they'd lift. Let me just scroll back and see how many times it's gone off to the side.
I can see the.
not. Go ahead.
Oh, no, go on, Todd.
I was just gonna say this was not on my bingo card for that trapezoid structure at all. Wow.
Yeah, I thought it would be on the tip. Though I could see them lifting this on the OG can crusher when it gets back here.
Okay, yeah,
Or
okay, I take it back. It was once they once it was all connected. It was, let's see, 3 o'clock or so this afternoon. They lifted it to the right of Mega Bay 2, and then it came back to that staging area about an hour or so later, and has there ever since. So
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
if they were
why.
expecting to make the next move to bring something else in, and what happened with that, but
That's why I'm kind of curious if they're gonna. If that's why they brought 39-1 back first, because it would make sense to stack this on top of it so they could use the common dome up top or the forward dome.
unless something that was really thin that we aren't able to see from Rover One's perspective moved into that area in the between the time they moved it off to the side and brought it back. Which, with all the stuff in front of Megabay 2 for Gigabay is possible. But
I'll
Great
choose
catch,
the
Mauricio.
I'll take some boring ideas that they're just going to use that structural stand and dump this on top of it. But I am horrible at playing these games, so don't listen to me.
So while we're playing these games, what is the flange and holes on the side for?
Up top at the nose?
Yeah, that one. Well, let's start with that one anyways.
I mean, until they put the reaction frame on top of the Pez loader, I was feeling very good that this was the HLS start of HLS testing for Artemis 3. That was what I was assuming, originally assuming the trapezoid stand was going to be used for. Which that would, because all those ports they've added to the top look very reminiscent of when they're doing the tank in a tank sort of test.
And it looks like it does have header tanks.
If that load cap's only on one side, do you think it would have something to do with like the flip, maybe with the fill tanks?
Nah. It's one of the things where, I mean, possibly I shouldn't just discount it right out of the gates, like I lost it, negate everything and then walk it back. Sorry, that's just how I am. Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird that they have all the gas ports up top and ostensibly a void in the
Because
ship.
I guess if they seal the bottom in a test stand, I guess they're going to need to be able to fill and drain those header tanks or press the entire nose cone. And then
Yeah.
I guess the bottom flanges would be to maybe press the actual cone itself.
And then pressing the cone is what's a bit of a head scratcher.
Because it's obviously
Yeah,
not connected to any it's not connected to any downcomers which fill it from the bottom, obviously.
Right.
Or fuel transfer tubes anyway.
yeah, I'm still thinking this still maybe HLS. Not as far as the actual HLS ship goes, but for the. I think they're going to pull a Starlink variant off the line and just throw a docking adapter on the top of it.
You mean a starship?
No, I meant a Starlink variant Starship.
Oh, I didn't hear Starship. Like I said, my connection's garbage right now, so I apologize.
Yeah, so that's my theory. As I'll be doing multiple loads, multiple stress tests with this thing. And Jake earlier brought up a point about the tiled catch pins that they may be pushing up on them to test, landing basically.
With the arm
So,
simulators.
yeah,
Makes sense.
see how the tiles pair with the simulated catch.
Yeah, I could see that.
So, this code's probably going to be twisted and tortured a lot.
Yeah.
That looks very
So,
pointy.
yep, it's still a standard nose cone
Ish.
ish. The shape, at least.
Right.
So, just some other quick highlights. In your face.
Eh.
The new QDR hinge portion.
Mauricio, maybe next time you can get a little bit closer. It's just kind of far away. Man, that's a great picture. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I'm
you should have seen it Winnie Bright behind it.
I'm not gonna lie, I would run up to it and wrote something in that dust. Or maybe applied some artwork.
It's a bit shiny, no?
Clean me.
Oh, it wouldn't have been polite. Oh wait, did I say that out loud?
Mauricio could have jumped out of his car and got on that. We were that bloody close.
Who am I kidding? I'm too short. I could have reached up that.
Yeah, but that's a low boy.
Okay. I stand corrected. Yeah.
Are they gonna shave the paint off to weld it?
I hope so.
I mean, you can see at the very top where the tape they were using to protect it is peeling off, so
Oh, it's just tape. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. And they'll love to paint it again anyways.
Well, I mean, you sure about that, Todd?
Yeah, I guess it's certain things they do paint and paint and paint and paint, and then other things they don't. So yeah, who knows what they'll end up doing.
There's some.
And since we have Giggity Bay in the background, oh look, pretty much looks like a whole frame. Just about done.
Have they
Yeah.
started lifting the roof panels in?
Yeah. I saw on other ground photos this morning what would that be? The northwest corner. They've already started putting in the penthouse or floor joists and roof joists connecting the trusses.
Yeah, I know back here, I
Yeah,
think at the flyover, they had already had them in.
right. But these were the trusses connect the joists connecting the truss to the existing structure
Right.
where they're expand for the a bit larger floor footprint that the penthouse is going to have.
Got it, got it.
So, what I'm dying. What's on the red truck next to the?
Uh-huh. This is what you wanted.
I did not.
There were 2 trucks with the same exact parts.
ASU inlets.
Is that
Man,
top or side?
Kiwi.
Is that side or top?
That's probably an inlet.
Yeah, like I said, there were 2 trucks there when he swung by for these photos.
So I assume. Oh, okay.
Giant filters.
Yeah, there's the mechanical filters for the inlet. Nice, nice.
So, ASU coming along nicely.
Cool, cool. Let's see. I know Mauricio had some great shots of all the external sites this week.
Yep,
And
yep.
though now, did they pour concrete or did they just stucco the bottom half of the curve? I'm being extra petty.
Is it Spray Creek
I mean, they could shotcrete,
or Shot
use
Creek?
shotcrete, but I'm being extra petty because everybody told me they wouldn't put concrete there. So,
Well, is the bottom not concreted?
I mean,
You
that
probably want
arc
it to
look.
match, though.
We'll see what they do with the top portion where they have their fiberboard.
I still think there's so much to do with the robots and seeing what they'll do on Mars in like an experiment. Unless we've seen anything otherwise, I don't know.
Is that paneling that filled the hole, or is that styrofoam?
The interior, I think that's just temporary while they're probably spraying the fireproofing material on the underside of that roof deck.
Ah,
think
okay. That makes sense, yeah.
Yep. What's weird, they had two 2x4 doors, if you will, as openings as well, for whatever reason.
yeah, and from one of the flyovers the 2 windows and the door are back open on this structure. So
But they filled in the backside where they had
Ag-
entry holes, so.
again,
No,
because
I mean, a while back for
they're
this
open.
structure. Oh, they're back open?
Yep. So they were just blocking it off like they did here, I believe, while they were
I see.
spraying the interior.
Let me try and find.
Yeah.
Oh, they must have oversprayed then, because it was definitely concrete color.
Yeah, well, I think it's the same color of this backer board that they're using here. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Oh, they're laying right next to it on the ground. Okay.
Yeah. And they put in a pathway back there as well.
Yeah, I like how that sidewalk dips up. Nice use of. It's like we don't need an ADA ramp. We'll make the whole sidewalk our ADA ramp.
Oh, but this is
Correct.
sealed side, so that's only going to be for, well, Starbasers basically.
And if there's any employees working here.
Yeah, that's I would have thought this is closed because they don't want to have access into the community. That's interesting.
Sort of like the employee entrances in the back of buildings.
Yeah, but if one can go in, one can go out.
Right, but that's sort of like you could run through the kitchen and run out the back entry of a restaurant.
That's true, yeah. There could be all kinds of, facilities in front of that, so you can't really just go through it.
Yeah, there's a partition wall separating those two halves previously. So.
Watch, this is it. They're just going to put the parking spots in there and just leave this there. That's it. Nothing else done to it. No reason to rhyme. No ships. No, just a couple bathrooms in this. I would.
We're about 13 million short on money that needs to be spent here, so.
There's some contractor walking around with a huge smile on his face. Suckers. But yeah, it's just so weird to me.
Kiwi, you're a bad man.
Never.
So, Todd, where do you think they're going to put the vessels at their display areas?
The what?
Here, where do you think they're going to put like Booster 12? Are you?
I mean, in the space in between, so that they're in front of this structure, would make sense to me, but that also doesn't make sense. You'd think that they'd want them somewhat semi-symmetrical, so just kind of make it look pleasing. But what am I talking about? They can't even keep the tank strength, so never mind. I have no idea. Just probably the most god-awful, horrible places for people with OCD to have them put is where they're going to put them.
Are you team vertical or team horizontal?
Oh, vertical. I think would be it's cool to be able to walk up close to them and see perspective for how tall they are. Because if you were lucky enough to get back to the rocket garden when we could get back there, just getting that close to him and looking up is just, I don't know. I think that's more. I would think it would be more impressive than horizontal. I guess I haven't seen him horizontal, but I don't know. Seeing him from the ground up is just amazing.
I'm thinking B-12's going right there. Horizontal. And the reason is because of the wind issues. That's the only reason I think they're going to do it horizontal. And it'll be like the Saturn V display at KSC, where you can walk along it. So you can actually see it.
Yeah, for the most part, aren't pretty much all of the Saturn V's horizontal? Because isn't there one in Huntsville?
I believe there is. And I think is there still one at Houston?
Or is that the one they took to Alabama?
It might be. But I was thinking about this earlier. What if this ends up being a, say, 20 or whatever ship they put here, but with the flaps, the aft flaps partially open?
What's your theory with all the pipes coming out of the ground?
Probably still pressurized.
A splash pad.
Splash pad with
Yeah.
the Starship? All right. I'm liking that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Simulated deluge.
I mean, it could be.
Anytime the kids get a little rowdy, parents can hit a button and kick on the the deluge simulation.
If they do that, we need a new cam 24/7 recording that, because that'll be some great YouTube footage there.
I mean, this how's they're going to justify their stock value.
Yeah, originally I thought they might put one vehicle here, but the more and more I've been watching this thing progress, I said this was going to be a walkway when it was first going in, and it just makes sense to have the tallest object horizontal, since it's a big 70-meter sail, basically.
Yeah, and
Whereas
we
the
haven't
ship.
seen
Go ahead.
we haven't seen any kind of giant platform structures or anything else to support anything vertical currently, nor infrastructure to pipe whatever they'd have to do pressurization to it.
They're always looking for places to put concrete. They could just fill it up with concrete.
True.
But they didn't do the soil mixing for the for the things underneath it.
Yeah, they'd have to put some pretty good pilings in to hold that up.
The leaning starship with Starbase.
If it's horizontal and they just put in a low fence or a chain link fence or something between the road and it, that way, if this facility's closed, people can at least drive by and see the ship horizontally through that. So it has a open public area and a closed public area, and still have access to it, possibly.
Right. Is it Colorado Springs where they have one of the Falcons? Horizontal? I believe I saw. Like, we know BT 1019 is the one that's horizontal at Hawthorne. Or, I mean, vertical. Sitting at Hawthorne. But I thought they had, like, B21, 1021 at Colorado Springs. Something like that. Laid down. So, yeah, to me it just makes sense to lay the booster horizontal so you don't have to worry about all the wind loads and everything. But the ship, it's aerodynamic, so. And 20's been standing out in the rocket garden for 5 years, 4 years now.
Please move 20. Please move 20.
I think the first cot ship would be a better thing to put in here than that old beast.
So do I.
Oh, yeah.
So do I. That's why I'm hoping.
20 can be a
Yeah.
placeholder.
Not the first ship to float.
20 can be over right
Yeah.
at the corner of San Martin and Memes. Just saying.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Darth, it's in Littleton, Colorado. It's at Dish
Littleton.
Network. Dish Network, for whatever reason. I'd have to read on why Dish Network has it.
I believe they did some of their launches back in the early days.
Dish Network?
Yeah,
Dish Network launch it?
yeah. I'm
Or
I'm
did
just
they
saying.
or did they trade them? They used Falcon Booster for some network bandwidth.
Yeah, maybe that. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of funny. Like, I'm sure there's a backstory there. Apparently, there's
Yeah, I
one in
knew it
Houston
was
too.
Colorado. I just couldn't remember what city it was in. Yeah, while we were here, just some more
Oh,
shots of.
so just real quick, Nate the Great asking Elon just posted on X saying they're sending a ship out to recover Starship. Do you think they will put it on display at the park they're building?
I think it's probably too early to answer that. I'd love to see it since it is the first return ship, but the condition that it returns in will be tell everything, whether or they just might want to scrap it for to break it down and look and see how everything did and look and see how every little weld fared and checking them out really closely. Uh, without knowing the condition, I think it's too early to tell because if it's too beat up, they're going to tear it down no matter what.
I have a feeling if it gets returned, actually returned, I kind of think they may just send it to the Cape so they could practice their recovery or transport.
I'm going to say this now so I can say I told you guys. So if they're flying that ship again, they're sending it to the Cape. They're going to re-get it all ready to go, and they're flying that ship. Now, I think I'm absolutely crazy for saying that, but if they do, I told you so.
Retile it, put some new engines on it, static fire it, send it back up.
Absolutely full send.
Yeah. So hot take. When he's saying they're sending a ship out to recover it, they're just going to recover it back to Exmouth and then just dismantle it there. But I don't know that anybody's going to like that idea. So, but I
You get
think
it.
like we're talking about, it really depends on what the ship shape is in currently and what they need data wise, and then what they plan to do with it after that. Because it's questionable of what the plan here is.
I think if they can use the destructive dismantling with this and display that would take some of the pressure off of if they do attempt to catch 14, then that kind of frees it up to almost head to a display item rather, because unlike the boosters, you pretty much have to strip off all the tiles in the crunch wrap and everything else to do a lot more inspecting of the actual hull, especially if they want to coupon any of it or any of the good stuff. This way, if they can recover it and figure out how much of damage was for the week will have been sitting in the ocean, bobbing in the ocean, versus what was damaged via flight. So
Yeah. Now, a crazier take I would be interested in if they take the engines off and try to go McGregor relight them.
has some Rocket Lab vibes.
I mean, we threw that around when they recovered 11 and 13 zaps.
Well, didn't the engines go to McGregor? I don't think they fired him, but
Yep.
they ended up over there. Yeah.
So, who knows?
Yeah, I
So
think
this
that's the
is
other point that I would make about this. They might have an actual recovered ship by the time if they actually try to bring it back to even Florida or California, you're still talking about 35 days. So
Right.
you might have an actual ship caught already. So we'll see how this all timing goes down.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't
I
think
mean,
it's going to be displayed. But, I mean, it'd be cool, but no. 41,
yeah,
I think, is the first candidate for catch and being put on display like they did with 12.
yeah. I think this is much more to the 2 booster Fs they recovered, so they can get their engineering data off it sooner rather than later.
And speaking of sooner rather than later, Nate the Great asking, also, I know that SpaceX is planning to launch again in August, but how long do you think the hardware software changes will take? I also understand that both vehicles need to static fire, etc.
Sure would be the long lead. Ship, we've already seen at least the 3 RX go into the bay. Presumably all 6 should be in there. And Ship did everything it was supposed to do and then some on this last flight. So boosters are the long lead item right now.
I
So
mean, boosters were much closer, so I could see them staying on their month timeline.
yeah. Yeah, I expected mid-August for 21 to go for static fire since it's already been cryoed. 41, I'm expected as soon as they get those engines installed, it'll be rolling.
Yeah,
Especially, I was just gonna say, especially since, with the lack of work we've seen at the static fire stand recently.
right. For me, the long lead times are what they're currently upgrading the chopsticks on Pad 2.
Yeah, the landing rail upgrades.
Yeah.
Hey, Darth, did you change the image or we're still looking at the park? Or
We're still looking at the park. Give me a second.
okay, I was just making sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep, just
No, no,
answering
no.
questions and doing stuff. So, and big shout out to our own. I like the username, this butter guy, Todd. $10, $10 for the thanks for stepping up, Darth Fund. We appreciate you, brother. And then $2 pounds from Just Martin with a triple RGV logo.
All right. So, Alex, you made a interesting find of something
Over.
that might be happening at Massey's real soon.
Oh yes.
So,
Up up in the upper corner.
where have we seen
Oh,
these before, guys and gals?
I know, I know. Super Crusher?
Ding, ding, ding.
Yes.
And where is there a new concrete base that these might go on?
Oh, would that be why it's got lead-ins on the top?
And big old plates for welding.
Yeah. New test stand.
Oh, look right there.
Hmm.
Weird. So this is not a microbrewery then.
I'm sticking with that idea.
Not
I
yet a microbrewery. Not yet.
You have all these stainless steel tanks. I mean, they'd make wonderful tax tanks, all I'm saying.
Yes, yes, it would. Yeah.
It's kind of a long way away from all of
And
their cryogenic fluids.
Or they did pour that pad, though that pad looks very small. There. The that the super crusher does have piles under it, so it's kind of funny. They got religion for these, and then the subsequent pads, they decided to just go, nah, it'll be fine.
And shout out to Yazada for $5 and saying thanks from Mauricio, Alex, Event Dudes, 6 silver stones, and Lawrence. No love for Todd.
Did we lost Creeper.
That's all right.
That's not nice.
Well, he'll be back. It's all good.
I know, I know.
so here's that new pad. They laid down a mat for this section, right?
Yeah. It's just since tanks tend to go into the super crusher for 6-month stints, it seems a second one would probably not be the worst idea.
A question real quick. The two, let's just say, adapters for the grid fins, those are not the same two that were chilling over Sancho's?
Are we talking about these, or are we talking about this new one that showed up?
They had a couple laying out next to Sanchez, next to the breakover and everything else.
Right,
Just,
right. That's
oh, right,
that's
because those are for the breakover, and this is okay. This is for testing. Okay, my bad. Oh yeah. What's that?
Let's see.
a gridfin test article.
Is that the new lightweight grid fin?
Yes. It's a new and improved, streamlined.
Best part, no part.
Always.
Be the ball, Danny. So,
Try to see if we had a better angle on it. A reverse angle. So yeah, I mean, with 39.1 rolling back first, that's why I was like, huh. Are they gonna just join the two and make a super nose cone test article?
I don't know.
Okay, I think that's
There
our
it is.
best shot at this. But you can see it has the front attachment.
Cubby.
To mate up with the fixture in Sanchez.
Right.
Does it matter that's not full length for stress?
I think they're just trying to stress the motor mount and the
new inline gearing.
yeah.
Okay, so they're not worried about this thing falling apart at Mach whatever. They're just more or less caring about the motor still working.
Right. It's kind of crazy that it looks like it just has a top and bottom mounting bolt.
So do you think it's going to go in that structure that we used to call the grid fin tester?
I'm assuming? Question mark?
Yeah, it's got a
But like,
clevis on the back side of it, so I'd assume that would meet up to the cylinder that.
but remember, I'm dreadful at this speculation game, so you want crazy outlandish, I'm great at that, but
Because we always thought that, well, we always wondered how a full-size grid fin would fit in that strange-sized frame, so I guess a stubby one just fits much easier.
Which is what I thought would be going on this pad.
that's not a drift track.
I mean, it was after it was first poured.
Skid pad.
Yeah.
Is it a new pad or are they just replacing concrete so that and then they'll put down crane pads so the crane can run back and forth there?
They put rebar in this section.
I thought they
So
generally put rebar in any concrete.
The center section is much more heavily reinforced than the outer perimeter.
There again, if they're running that crane back and forth across it, maybe that would be helpful.
Except the edge closest to the crane mats is thinncrete.
Okay.
Yeah. Or they're just gonna park the crane in the center pad and not. So.
By the way, that's not a drain next to it, is it?
It looks like rebar.
Okay, just unfinished. Okay.
Tying in the new to the old.
it wouldn't surprise me if they did put a drain there.
Yeah, I was imagining some
kinda-
cool like explosion test that the LN2 would just drain off into that, but you know.
It's only on that middle slab as well.
They've embraced linear drains. So I could. Dudes, now all I can picture is liquid methane flowing into that and then it shooting up a wall of flames.
That'd be awesome.
Yes. Yes.
I still want my my LOX cannons to turn into CH4 flame cannons.
Yes.
Suggestions at SpaceX?
I am curious if we ever get to see it, because clearly they wouldn't have made a decision on the ship recovery if they were looking at, you know, all of the public outcry and following of it, and then the satellite photography and everything else of it. So I'm kind of curious if they made a PR decision rather than maybe a engineering, or maybe both. I guess could be all calculated in there.
The precedent of them recovering the 2 booster afts. Was it 2 or was it 3?
2 and 12's hot staging ring as well. So they recovered 11's aft, 12's hot staging ring, then 13's aft.
They've recovered 12 too, but they just did a nicer job of it.
Yeah. It was a much cleaner job.
Well, 12 didn't get visit the fish, so there's that.
So this is the first time I've seen this without all the scaffolding since they added everything.
Add all those clevises. Where it is now pretty clear they've modified this cage pretty much specifically for whatever tests they're going to subject this thing to.
Yeah.
So the test is going to be that the booster is going to do like a cool, like super fast inertia spin for reasons, and this is what they're torsioning the landing tank for? Question mark.
Are they bringing
Ooh.
back the somersault?
I like the spin idea.
Well, I mean, it's set up in such a weird way that you can torsion it in such. I don't know how else you would get those forces, but it just seems kind of awkward.
Well, the way it's mounted in the booster, it's so offset from the center of rotation. You kind of the forces it's going to feel from its mounting points are going to be very exaggerated. If we memo to self must make props.
Yeah, could it be the they want to know how it is going to react coming back to the tower?
It clearly they're planning on doing some fairly aggressive boost back, and I'm pretty sure that's where this is going to get the vast majority of forces applied to it. Because as it approaches the tower, that tank is going to be is slowly going to be drained off to nothing. So it's the forces it's having, the mass is having to hold is going to, be rapidly reducing. Meanwhile, on the boost back is where it's going to be subjected to the maximum forces.
Right, which we've seen.
Yeah. Which would sort of point to is that they're going to get even more aggressive with the flip and boost back burns.
And big shout out to Ted for $10, saying great photos and commentary.
We appreciate it.
Thank Darth. He jumped in and saved the day.
What
Good thing I
legend?
had these ready.
MVP.
So it looks like they pretty much wrapped up whatever work they were doing for now on the tower, like I was saying earlier. And yeah, I think we're going to be seeing 41 roll out real soon.
Let's see.
there anything else at Massey's we want to go over?
Not off the top of my head.
If 31 rolls out, that's just for cryo, or is that for static fire?
For 41, it would be for static fire. Both 41 and 21 are their cryo test.
And still expecting about 2 weeks, if not 3 weeks on that, if it's the same timeline as S40.
Can they do a static fire booster here on this? No, right?
No.
Nope.
They could do it one time, maybe.
Single use.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Flight
But
one.
I guess once pad scrap comes online, they'll have two pads to be able to test boosters on.
And they've taken apart that stand that they had with the two QD hoods, right? That used to be in the front of Massey's, next to the test tanks and everything.
We're talking about the ship cryo stand?
The one that has the two QDs. Yeah. Not so easy to find those photos, is it, Larry?
No, I know.
Dragging out the
I'm
first
just
names
teasing you.
now. Interesting.
Well, he's Darth Lawrence. It's kind of a good assumption. Plus, I know him. That one. Yeah.
Yeah, no telling what they're doing with this.
Yep. My actual theory is they're kind of waiting because we're waiting on the whole shoot a drop with the exchange of land, which will happen currently August 13th if the injunction doesn't somehow succeed for whatever reason. So still waiting on that. But I think they're kind of fidgeting and making microbreweries or whatever they're doing over there. And then they're going to do some expansions.
You really want a microbrewery, don't you?
That one. Andy. Yeah.
I've been calling the boosters the largest kegs ever since Booster 3 rolled out.
Star
So-
Hopper? Star Hopping Hopper microbrewery? I don't know.
There's a place called Starhopper. That sounded funny when I said it. Starhopper.
I mean,
And there's Common Space Brewery right around the corner from SpaceX and Hawthorne.
In Hawthorne?
Yeah, and then LAL Works is right across the street.
Interesting. Wasn't there a long time ago.
so for those curious, this is 39.1 and it already rolled back. And is sitting next to the static fire and booster cryo stands at Sanchez.
That's the one that's mounted to the actual stand, right? Like it's
Yeah.
welded.
Why a
on.
microbrewery though?
Yeah, and then LAL.
Why a microbrewery though?
It's just a running joke. It'd be nice to have, though.
So yeah, they're still waiting to figure out what they're going to do here and with this one. Both these stands. It will be very interesting to see if they decide to just go ahead and scrap this stand, the OG can crusher, or not.
I think 43.1 and OG Can Crusher are gonna have a date later this month or next month.
Yeah.
For Star Park? Will they go to Star
No.
Park for their date? Oh.
It'll
No.
happen under
It's
the
not that
cover.
kind of date.
How do you know?
They haven't built
What
it
do you
that
think they're
fast.
going to do with it?
They're going to mount it, and it'll come back out here for testing.
So it is that kind of date.
Well, but it'll, behind the door in Mega Bay, or maybe the factory even.
Speaking of dates, where is 43.1 going? Do we think?
I'm assuming
way.
on the OG Can Crusher stand.
OG, okay.
I'm still wondering if they might just put it on top of 39 to have that dome support. Top of 39.1 for to have the dome support for the Pez bottom.
So sleeve it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
So, any other Massey's questions?
No, sir.
Go back here real quick. The scrap lot scrap, as Alex.
Yes. They need more dumpsters.
Yeah, it's getting full again. I mean, they're storing stuff outside the fence again.
The 3 fans is weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm questioning, are we thinking Massey expansion or maybe launch site expansion for those fans?
I'm thinking launch site. Remember, I have my crazy theories that sooner rather than later, the booster is going to have slushy prop loads
Super
and
chill.
to sub-chill the locks down to closer to triple point. They're going to need a lot of compressors for their heat exchangers to lower the boiling baths. It won't get slushy because, I mean, you can only get it down to, I think, around 77K, but quite a bit. You can take it down to Falcon temperatures, essentially.
So we're getting 1.5 more box fans?
If it goes that route, there's going to have a whole lot more nitrogen exhaust to have to dissipate. And part of that is if they labeled up that area as heat exchangers in the site map.
I think those were on sale for some reason, and they decided, hey, we need to buy these, and we'll use them as dividers. And they used them for like 2 divider rows, and that was it.
Okay.
Go stack them with a ready duct.
Yeah, aren't those like newfangled New Jersey barriers?
Yeah, they used like 2 rows of them. That was it. And everything else is stacked there.
Still, I know what that large valve is for.
Stuffing things.
Well, there's 3 of them. Or more than that, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say they had a couple of them prior, so.
The blue X means it's still good, right?
Yeah, as long as it's not red.
Yeah.
Good enough for government work.
They've given up on scrapping.
I don't think they ever believed in scrapping.
It's weird because we saw the scrap rolls of 4mm on the truck roll away, which is odd. I guess they have a good resale value on that.
Pretty sure
They only
still
scrap
you have.
buildings. Go
I'm
on.
pretty sure still has some good value right now. Still in copper. Stainless steel, especially.
I like their half attempt to organize things and then not organize things and then come back and try to organize things on the racks. It's kind of neat.
It seemed they got that new supervisor, inventory manager, and they cleaned everything up, and then all of a sudden it's back to normal.
I mean, that's inevitable, though. It's going to be an ongoing battle for them because they keep getting more stuff and not really recycling or getting rid of stuff. So they have to not only find space for it, but then they have to re-inventory everything and reorganize it. And that seems to happen every couple of weeks, at least multiple times a quarter.
You said this weird word, organize?
It goes with inventory.
Yeah, I think their plan is just to open up more land, like the hatchet or the gigalot, and just keep piling stuff over there.
You thought I said it's entropy.
Indeed. Universe is healing.
Yeah, I could really see the. I still think they're going to consolidate all their inventory real soon.
And by consolidate, ship it all up to McGregor.
Yeah,
That's
no, they're still waiting for the port to be cleared, and for some reason McGregor keeps saying no.
You think? Or what? It's going to be what Dude said. They're just waiting for more land so they can just move it over.
Yeah, we should start
Yeah,
seeing the clearing of the hatchet, and then we'll see what goes up there. And then they're currently clearing a little bit more on the gigalot.
is the gigalot the parking lot?
It's the one you're calling for the crane lot.
Okay,
It has the gigalot lift in it.
So is that
right.
the old brown lot?
No, gigalot is along Highway 4. It goes all the way down next to Massey's area.
Everybody seems to like that name, Gigalot.
It's
Even
what
when it
it's
says like
called on
Gigalot.
the yeah, it's what it's called on TCEQ's website, Gigalot, and it has the Gigalot lift. I don't know what they're lifting as far as water is concerned, but something.
2 gigawatts.
yeah. Where's Matt when we need him? There's a giggity lot.
Oh God, he's in Japan.
Giggity.
Let him be there.
Oh goodness.
Giggity.
You've woken him. I can feel him now. He's woken up. He knows he needs to come on and say the word.
He's awake for sure. The power of RGV compels you.
Alrighty, so yeah, pretty much they've just been recollecting everything that they don't want here.
What does blue circle mean as opposed to? Are they playing tic tac toe with their scrap?
Probably.
And P and what coming in strong with the $10 giggity lot?
Now the brown lot, they're doing some interesting stuff.
Hey, Van, dudes, real quick, did you get the PayPal donation that I sent you from Ted?
I sure did.
All
I
right,
read
thank
it
you
all.
so much.
Yes, sir.
Slacker,
Who's the slacker?
the one that the boss had to ask if you got it or not.
I mean, I already gave the thumbs up. I already read it on stream. I did all the things.
I don't remember hearing it.
Do more.
Would you like the clip of it?
Yes, have it
Sarcasm.
on my desk by 5 a.m.
Do it, dude. Do it.
Dude's coming with receipts.
Oh,
That's what he
I got a
does.
good receipt
Hello.
today too. I'm so glad that receipt happened.
Will Chaosbot be able to just grab it? Anyway.
What we
So-
looking at, Darth?
Speaking of grabbing it, did you get the stuff in the in the chat, Darth?
What's going on? I'm confused. What else is new?
No, it's all good.
Yeah, I just got the photos that
It's in the green room chat if you want to get that. And we can also switch over to brown lot as Alex was alluding to. If you got that.
Yep. Got it in there.
I understand it's a lot of work, so. But I do like I like these orange racks. It's a subtlety that is differentiating from the white racks and all the other ones. I'm not sure if it's on sale again or standard stuff, but ooh, that's a good one too.
Did they get some Lowe's and Home Depot overstock?
That's what I'm wondering, like the standard like orange racks they put up there. But yeah, just in case anybody's new for whatever reason, these are some flaps at the airport. You can go visit.
Do you know from which ship or booster?
Oh
Which-
well,
which-
I don't think it's a booster. Just gonna guess that, but I actually don't recall.
Isn't that off of SN8 or something?
We'll go with that, sure.
It's that time frame. I'm thinking it was 8, but I'm not positive.
Yeah, it was either 8 or 9.
9 was Eileen.
That's probably 8 then.
It could have
wasn't-
been 9. I'm not saying that.
It wasn't Roxanne.
No, it was Eileen because it tipped over in the bay. So we named her Eileen
Oh, I see.
because she leaned over.
Dexy's Midnight Runners?
No, I don't know. I don't know what that means.
It's a song.
I still don't know what it means.
Now, when I said brown lot, I wasn't really talking about the grass, but this might do.
Darth, you good?
Yeah, I'm just downloading.
It was the Dexter Midnight Runners, to be fair.
Here while I get all this.
I mean, what city can't be, Roxanne? There was no red light.
Yeah, I was trying to tie that in. It wasn't really working anyways, but
Oh, you're so funny.
I was trying. Yeah, SN8.
Uh,
I was going with 9 because 9 is, German and for no, and it was then going to be somehow Roxanne with the red light and stopping, and I don't know. Anyways,
9.
someone would do something with that.
you get a clip of that? Can you send it to me?
9.
Not helpful.
9, 9, 9.
Yeah.
The Germans are highly upset.
According
Steven-
to Grok, it was SN8.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you,
Oh,
Alaska.
yeah.
9, 9.
Aye, clippings
Yeah.
enabled.
The Germans are.
Almost done with the downloading things, guys.
All good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put the full picture. I should have cropped them out. It wasn't that big of a deal. Just wanted to talk about it real quick.
If you had said the name of the song, Alex, I would have gotten it. I didn't get it by the name of the
This
band.
way's better. Because
No,
this way, it guaranteed will get stuck in your head.
I don't. Yeah, yeah, that's not hard though. Rick rolls were made for me.
Indie rolls.
They taste good with cinnamon.
Yeah, I was shocked we did not get a Rickroll on the 43.1. I was expecting some
Right?
Rickroll action.
Wait, is that black thing the arm, the grid fin tester? No,
No,
right?
the trapezoid frame that went into 43.1.
Gotcha.
The former triangle frame.
So this was the plot map of
Yeah,
Australia.
it's just Go Australia's the original. You see a bunch of nonsense timing there. That's just the original plotting of the ship. And the basic point here is it's just drifting along, and you can kind of draw a line and see that it's just drifting along. And then every once in a while, Go Australia decides to go its own way for a second or two. But yeah, still drifting along. And as we now know, we're going to go for some recovery action at least. This was on X. We're just
Yay!
really referencing these things real quick. Obviously, the team, and they got some rigging, and that's standard rigging stuff. They could definitely tow it, but that definitely would rip it apart and everything else.
Right.
Tim
Definitely
Chan's
looks
mooring
like
it's still
lines.
floating.
that's definitely a tow rope that they have behind them.
Yeah,
Same thing
Yazada, you
here.
got your wish. Are
Again,
they
this is
bringing
for
it to me?
preferences. Yeah, Callie, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
I'm impressed how buoyant it is. Like how low the water line sets.
Yeah, it's mainly air.
I know, but it's still just impressive that it doesn't look like it should set that high.
I will say
Yeah.
there's some speculation about some leakage, and I don't know where that speculation came from. I also will say that people see things that they want to see, but I think it's doing great. It looks great.
Pretty
Right.
cool.
Yeah, and I was explaining to people earlier that the flames we saw after it hit the water were intended.
The audio from the new SpaceX video of it hitting the water is pretty impressive. You can hear the engines being snuffed out.
Drowned.
Yeah.
So I asked this on stream, but what was the ignition source for the flames?
I thought
It looks like they've added igniters like they have on the boosters for burn off, for safing.
I thought it was superheated plasma that hit the water.
If you look, it's right where all the vents are.
Yeah, I'm curious about that. If that comes out in the documentary or not? Because I always thought that same thing when Booster landed too, but I think it was just hot exhaust. But the ship hitting the water and being in the water for several seconds and then igniting was kind of interesting.
So Drew said that Elon just posted a tweet saying S40 is going to be recovered as well.
Yeah, we talked about that several times.
Oh, sorry, missed that.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Yeah, and the other part about that was it being recovered slash to Exmouth, recovered slash in the sea, or recovered, back to Florida or Cali and that kind of thing. So
Yeah, where are they going to tow it back to?
yeah, what kind of recovery, where to, and everything else. Yeah, big question marks. So we'll see if we get some answers from that, and we'll see if there's a ship is still 2 days away, regardless. So it's not happening for a minimum of 2 days until we see a ship head that way, and then you can start the clock on that.
Well, salvage is extremely expensive, so it doesn't almost doesn't make sense to salvage it and then destroy it.
Right.
Yeah, I guess it depends what
I mean,
ship
you would
comes out
gain
that they're doing.
you'd gain all the knowledge, I guess, when you scrap it cleanly, but
I think they want to get it
10, 20, 30 million dollars to salvage.
I think they want to get it to a port so they can climb all over that baby.
Does this mean they're going to name the ship the Rocinante because it's legitimate salvage?
But
Sure.
they're the ones that owned it, so.
But it's legitimate salvage.
If you hire as a salvage company to get it, it's not as technically salvage.
But sure, they're the ones. I agree with
that. Over by those large pipes in the center of
the
this image.
Rocinante was definitely salvage. But sure, they're the ones. I agree.
All in here?
Up slightly to the left. The silver ones on the and down right there that they started chopping up. I'm pretty sure these are going to be the vents in the GSC bunker.
Got it.
Weird. It's just like yesterday we were looking at those too.
Yeah, and now they're getting chopped up, getting flanges, and the box fan's still going strong. Sorry.
I'd like to see that in use. That'd be kind of awesome just to bring it out. I don't know why they still have it, but
Yeah, and since they started working on that thing and that large pipe we saw at Sanchez, I'm a bit curious what all of those are for.
They're using scaffolding as a umbrella, it seems.
Yes. This is not the first time we've seen them do that.
All right.
It's probably wind protection for argon.
So this is the brown lot, correct? With the lift station?
No. That's the pump station. The crane yard where we saw the performance trailer is a brown lot, I think, question mark.
Right. I remember him saying that.
I think.
Yeah, this one's on Highway 4. Brown lot is not on Highway 4.
Or is it? No.
It's back off the highway a little. You have to turn down a side road to get to it.
Okay.
Was it the crane yard that they? Yeah, the crane yard where they kept their new purchase, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, did you get the other photos, by the way, Doc?
Um,
In
I
that
got the
same.
ground shots of these, but I don't know where they went.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay.
A bit muddled.
Yeah, I was running into this same issue. Trying to sort all of these because there's a spectacular number of photos this week.
There it is.
Yeah, I figured while we're here at the Brown lot, we saw this on the drive-by. I think we're calling it that. So on the
Yeah.
drive-by, and the door kept flapping open and close because it's got no, or it's not attached to the soft close on it. So there's a open shot of it, which is real nice, and we can see that there is this chemical barrels or whatever those are. And then the other photo, you can actually see it here too. It's chlorine gas, and then they have the washing station to the right of that. So not pump house question mark, but there is a VFD or looking like VFD building next to that. So I'm curious if that's not it.
So is there like
Yeah.
a building where they introduce chlorine into the system?
Yeah,
Yeah.
which does beg many questions of why, because you would think that Brownsville's already doing this, but I guess if they're going to have it, might as well just put it there, and then they can introduce all kinds of stuff they want to put in there.
Yeah.
Probably
It's like
for this
a treatment room.
the bulk storage tank.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
sure. You got to add to it. It's gonna if it sits there for a while too.
Yeah, it's just like a pool. Direct sunlight or not, in the south, you're gonna get growy things.
Yeah, probably don't want growy things in the deluge,
Yeah.
amongst the other things that they already have in there.
And then we also had this for
Oh yeah.
ceramic.
So somebody, hold on. Shorty Wise was asking about RGV aerial photography. Any interest in following Port Alpha's development? So this is Saronic Port Alpha, and right now they just have the what I'm going to call the dog ear portion of this is going to be parcel 3. And that's all they're using. It's about 800 some odd acres. But I wanted to show this real quickly because it shows the entire possibilities of the footprint that they could potentially be using at some point, which is just gigantuanly massive. And so you're talking about 800 with a total of about 4,000, which would again be massive for all of the shipbuilding, all of their drone building, ships, everything else they're going to be building there. And we will most certainly be following this along. This is actually just right up from SpaceX's dock. There's going to be a pipeline that goes directly through the dog ear. There's going to be the Rio Grande LG is right across the channel there. So we'll definitely be following this as it progresses.
So where Darth has the cursor, that's where the pipeline's going, dudes.
So if you look at the parcel 3's right-hand red line, it's
Yeah.
basically there is where it's going to go underneath the channel to the other side, and then to the left of that and hook up to the pipeline. And then it's going to, right at the end of the dog ear, it's going to make that, we'll just call it like a 65 or something degree turn, and then diagonally go towards Starbase.
That way? To the right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That away.
But this was, just so we all know, this is from the port. They have the YouTube video, and they just randomly put out stuff, so they just finally put this out. Still waiting on their next agenda items to see what their updates are. We're still waiting on, technically, the agreement for SpaceX's dock because they wanted to know more details about the 50-year lease, what they're going to be manufacturing there, what they're going to be altering, and also still waiting on that same dock, the 408 from USAce, about what they're going to be modifying for a dock in the channel.
And dudes, what exactly is Saronic going to be doing for the people who haven't heard?
Yeah, so Saronic is going to be basically a military fast attack vessels and or drone vessels. For the main part, it's just the military contracts. So not sure how much they'll be showing on their little diagram stuff. They just have it as just a normal shipyard, if you will, putting together modular ships.
If people want to really know more information, there's several YouTube videos I've already watched about Port Alpha that you can look up. Some are pretty good at explaining what Saronic has been up to.
Yeah, and it's just again military attack vessels. Their main one right now is the Marauder, so we'll see if that comes here or not.
But they're not doing anything for SpaceX directly, correct? They're just
Correct. This is
doing
just Starbase expanded, and this is so happens to be in the line of sight of all the other stuff. So might as well just add it in, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's
100%. I wasn't sure if they were doing anything for Starbase specifically or not, and they're not. Got it.
No, I mean they might build up the road a little bit, which might help them out, but that's about it.
yeah, it's just another $3.5 billion development happening at Brownsville.
Yeah, just casual 3.5 billion. No big deal. Super large LNG ports, and then at some point they're supposed to have a refinery for oil, but that hasn't even done anything since they announced it. So we'll see.
Yeah, who knew SpaceX would be such the trailblazers to Brownfield's development process?
I
Well,
mean,
the red tapeness has gone away. So the same concepts that we're talking about for SpaceX that took a year-ish now take what, 6 months-ish, 3 months, for the same NEVA process.
Right, and that's once there a tweet recently about their speeding up the commercial flight red tape as well. Increase.
Oh yeah. Yeah, every
Yeah,
NEPA process, FAA, everybody is getting sped up, and they have these what they call emergency, kind of authorizations. USAs have done these emergency authorizations. So if they're super lenient, they're not doing the full like 1.5 year wait around NEPA process anymore. They're just super accelerating them.
Yeah.
so we got a couple of shots of the lid air separation unit.
Yeah, this is good to see the differential in what they're doing versus what Starbase, and what happens when you have more land and you can spread things out versus not having land and all kinds of environmental issues. Why is the tank raised, by the way?
Floodplain.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah, it is.
Yeah, pretty much everything here is they decided to
Yeah, it's a lot of tankers there.
Any word on the Olympus?
Yeah, still going along. Expected in 3 days' time. It's of course we saw it before it carrying those 3 chart tanks, which is the ones with the little buttons on the end of it, or what I'm calling the buttons, ports, whatever you want to call those.
Right.
So it should ease everybody's OCD, albeit there is other tanks it's probably going to be next to, which may cause OCD issues.
what? People don't mind.
Yeah, okay. It is curious to see the green pipe, albeit that's not SpaceX property nor has anything to do with it, but it is curious to see it there. So
And the
Yeah, that
vacuum jacketed cryogenic pipe.
yeah, so I mean, it is a warehouse. You can buy space, so it's obviously not their normal ingots that they're piling up there with aluminum and other. So this is interesting, but also why store it here? It's crazy kind of a situation.
It looks like their normal port storage is a bit congested right now.
Yeah, there were a lot of fan blades, windmill blades.
What do you mean that you can always buy space? Are they renting out their warehouse space?
Yeah, so that property there, they have, I'm going to say like 8, 9 properties like that along the port side with windmill blades, with ingots, with all kinds of stuff like you see in the back there, just random steel, all kinds of things. So yeah, I mean, you could just hit them up and be like, yo, I need like, I don't know, 1,000 square foot for random things that you won't ask questions about.
For a hot second, I was wondering if the rusty pipe was for their gas line, except I'm assuming their gas line's going to be the green epoxy coated.
Oh, is that, well, wait a minute. They're going to directionally bore. They're not going to put, are they going to put solid pipe? Is that how that works?
I mean, usually those pipelines are 800 to 1,000 psi, the natural gas ones. So that's the only reason I'm looking at that. All that steel pipe there.
Are those 16?
Considering those are probably 36 for those vacuum jacketed ones, yeah. Those are probably 8 now that I look at them. The rusty ones.
You've got a couple
Right,
different
right.
sizes. There's those green ones, and then there's ones further in the back, right to the left and up, that are bigger, that are green. So
Yeah,
but
I'm
this could
pretty
be
sure.
anybody's pipe. It doesn't have to be SpaceX at all.
Except those are the 3 sizes SpaceX is using for the deluge.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the cryogenic and the green pipe here is all SpaceX's.
Yeah, my theory is they're bringing them in to the launch site as needed as they go with the pre-assembly of the pipes.
And the rusty pipe might be their gas line pipe.
Yeah, it's strange how much ingot they used to have here, and now it's altered into pipe storage.
I still
So
haven't figured out what that is, but
Which
the barge crane holding a piece of ship and or some sort of modular piece or work platform.
It's Zoom.
is it?
It's like a deck.
No, maybe they're pulling that ship apart just there in front of it.
Yeah, but why are they running across from one side to the other? They've got the ability to tear everything apart on each side. I agree, that's what it looks like, but why run it from one side to the other?
Why not?
Well, just to translate here, the barge that's pushing is behind it, I believe, so or the tug rather. So it's pushing it towards that ship, I think.
It could be pulling, it could be in reverse. It could be going backwards.
Yeah. Sideways.
I mean, they have spuds on that crane, so they're probably just lifting it in access reasons.
Do we have the other shot? See if it's forward or back.
And
yeah, they got one pushing from the looks of it, and one on the side steering.
No,
I mean,
wait, the back one tells me it's going forward. But could be an optical illusion.
I mean, it looks like the deck on that ship on the lower left.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Looks like they're working on this one over here.
It could be that one. I mean, the barge could just be doing a 3-point turn basically.
You're all right. It's all of you guys are right. It's exactly what all of you have said.
Let's keep the X-nay on the all right part. But yeah, I think the barge is definitely doing some movement here, and it's definitely odd that it's moving it across the bay if that's the case. But could be.
All right, all right, all right.
I was referring to something else.
Is that
yeah.
why you were saying that?
No, it was no.
Oh.
Anyways.
Yeah, here's the reverse. Or a wider
Looks
shot.
exactly the same.
Well, it's not like it's speeding across there, so yeah, I was just kind of curious.
It's clear as mud now.
Well, if it's that clear to you, Andy, can you explain it to us slow ones and back?
No.
There's 5 guys with welding torches on one side of the canal that didn't have anything to do, and a bunch of work on the other side, so they're bringing it to them.
I want.
Thanks, Alaska. What he said.
I want a burger. Thanks, Alaska.
Oh, sorry, I missed a question there. Senti Droid was asking, is green is the water pipes, question mark?
The green's what they're using for the deluge. It's a epoxy coating for anti-corrosion.
It can be used for all kinds of things. It was used on the oil pipeline up here in Alaska. It can be used on all kinds of different kinds of pipe.
Yeah, it's the green is primarily just the anti-corrosion coating.
So that's a coating?
Yeah.
Around a pipe that exists, though. It's not like they still have to put it on the pipe, right?
They spray it on.
It's a steel pipe that they put that coating on so it doesn't rust.
Okay.
So here we have the Huddleston.
And it's going to be a boring friggin' warehouse.
Well, what's the industrial part of it?
And, they're going to make starships here. No, I don't know.
I like it. We'll go and go with that.
I'm still saying Starlink and Starmind and Starfall. This is going to be a payload processing facility.
When you said boring, you didn't mean the tunneling company, correct? Or did you?
No, I meant boring as in dull. Because, it looks like they decided to get a little religion, it looks like, and they, rather than just putting the little mats underneath the columns, it looks like they're dropping a single pile, and there's a grade beams that tying the perimeter around for the perimeter walls. You can see the rebar on the trench on the left. And each of those little boards crossing are where they're going to have the bolts for the columns, the embeds.
And that means they got religion?
Well, because they're using piles instead of just putting a little spread mat foundation. Except it doesn't look like they're tying them together, so the ground here must be really atrocious.
I was looking at this yesterday, and it kind of looks like a perimeter fence, but because of the way the footings are inside, it kind of looks like there's a building inside that perimeter. Like, I'm not saying you're wrong. It's just weird how the footings are inside the perimeter.
If you look at Star Factory, when they put down the pads for the columns, and they have it's exact same thing, except instead of having those big spread mat pads under each of the columns, they put a pile under it.
Yeah, unless they were going to build a fence like the border fence, it's 30 feet tall to keep out people from invading their property. I don't think they need all those piles for just a fence.
And the exterior walls have the most loading on them from the wind.
And what do you think of the doubling of the piles on this bottom right corner?
Without seeing the final structure.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
But right as of now, it looks like it's going to be a giant warehouse.
This week sees 2 more drains into the actual waterways. There's a sort of in the middle of this boat on the left, there's a double pipeline goes right up to the building.
A lot
Where
of
all those,
drainage coming off of that roof.
where all those
Yeah,
extra piles are on the one side, that may be where their mechanical is, where there'd be heavier weight on the floor.
Dudes, you were going to say something before I asked the question about religion.
Yeah, you're getting all that religion. So all four is asking if SpaceX are in fact building a storage facility at this site. Have any of the steel for it been spotted anywhere?
Not yet, but most of the storage yards where they're previously storing gigabase steel are available.
Yeah, I was gonna say what is it, WW?
WWS or whatever it was.
Yeah.
WWE. Wait, no, wrong thing.
Wait, what
WW
is that
Steel.
that you're referring
WW
to?
Steel. WW Steel is
The
the people that are building the Gigabay.
Can the ingots be used to make steel for this?
Not for here.
It
does look like aluminium.
Oh.
I am curious because WW Steel has, it's never been, as far as the county's concerned, it's never been a SpaceX lot. It's just been a leased lot as far as I know. And super shout out to our very own Indie Star, 100
don't have to
smackaroos.
read that.
No need to read this on stream, she says, which I'm reading on stream, which I think is funny. Thank you for all the photos and all you do, which I appreciate, and I think everybody else does as well. Here's a little bit more help for you to help me feed my photo addiction. And I thank you for that.
Recommendo. Next time, read it before reading it, dude.
I don't know, that would defeat the purpose of reading.
Right. Like, that's being redundant.
Does it really? No. Redundancy is key in this place. I think you figured that out, and you've illustrated that several times.
But if he
not
didn't
all
read
of
it,
us.
Indy, you would have called him out.
Yeah, not all
I
of
would
us
not
work
have. No, I wouldn't have.
Not
Todd,
all
you
of
were
us.
supposed to be on my side. Remember that?
Flip it and prove it, Indy.
Sorry. Vash,
I do love
you know where
a
you
good
can
Ron
go.
Burgundy.
Alex, you were trying to say something. What were you trying to say?
Not all of us write copy for a living, so proofreading is not something the average person does.
I don't need him to proofread it.
I usually proofread after I hit send.
That's how you do it. Then you add the corrections with a little asterisk by it, and everything's all good.
Yeah, autocorrect did it to me again.
Nah, they need to figure that out on their own. Sorry. I threw out the crazy thought. Autocorrect did horrible things. Maybe it's the right word. Maybe it's not. Don't know.
So definitely no I-beams or H-beams or anything else for a warehouse that we're seeing yet, though. Because it's going to have those bottom bolted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The flange.
Flange adjacent, yeah.
Well, just like Star Factory, most of that stuff showed up when they were ready for it. They didn't have a big pile of it before they started building it.
Except Gigabay.
Yeah, that was different.
Well, if they are just building a big warehouse, are they going to go with the Star Factory model of using 2 or 3 different vendors? So every column is unique and special.
How about 2 or 3 different contractors so they can fight it with each other as they're building it?
Perfection.
As long as those contractors file with the county, so I know what they're building, that would be just fine with me.
Well, eventually when they put their liens in because they're not getting
That's
paid.
what I mean. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And we need to have them ASAP.
Yep.
We can show them the Giga lot or WM Steel if we have that.
Giggity lot.
Yeah, yeah.
No, make it stop.
Thank you.
Giggity.
You're not welcome.
I wasn't thanking you.
Dang it, dang it.
We could count how many pieces of steel are in these lots.
That'll make compelling content. Let's do it.
I am compelled.
I'm here for it.
Everybody pick their section, start counting, and
We'll all meet back here in 2 days.
I would be interested to see if we actually did that, if someone took it and put it into AI and see if it could count it and how close it got.
We don't need those stinking AI.
we just have to be somewhat close, but a bit outlandish, and then BJ will drop in and shaking his head, disappointed.
By
in
the way,
us.
it's 6,342, guys. What are you talking about?
Tell him you said that.
It was Todd. It was always Todd.
Obviously, it was Todd. I mean,
I get blamed for everything else. You might as well blame me. That's all good.
Matt'll be so happy it's not his fault.
well, it
Oh, wait. No, he's not here to defend himself. It's Matt's fault.
Even if he was here, he'd tell you it was his fault.
You always assign blame to the absent.
now. Question: are the red beans in the upper right corner? Are those for the strand jacks?
I think you may be onto something.
That was my section. There's 8 of those.
Wheat.
What are the buses for? The people?
That's for what's left of our sanity when they take us to the special camp with the padded rooms.
You meet Rocket Ranch? He has a bus too.
Buses are for the people, by the way, yes.
Thank you.
The workers. SpaceX ones are a little bit more fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get all the steel workers there somehow.
Yeah, they get the jail buses for the normal workers, and then SpaceX gets the charter ones.
Yeah, the bougie tech buses.
Starlink's on them.
Do they really?
I know the vans do. I actually don't remember if the buses do. I just assume they did, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if they didn't.
Oh, look, a blue bus.
Yeah, it's the jail bus.
Looks like an Air Force bus to me.
Air Force jail. What's the difference? Oh, wait.
One is ordered, and the other one you sign your life away.
Buy them where they can get them.
Yeah, there's no bars on it, so maybe not.
That has a sort of Caribbean flair to
I
it,
was
just that
thinking-
paint job.
I was thinking Partridge Family, but that's just me.
definitely got some art of some sort.
Okay.
Still want to know what's in these.
Indie stars.
I'm sorry.
I had that same thought.
What happened?
I was making a joke.
Oh.
Imagine if they just open one day and they're just empty, just this whole time.
Darth says in these, and I said in these stars.
It was funny.
I just
was good.
picture Brad Pitt yelling, "What's in the box?"
Uh-huh. I tried to find the Gigalot.
That's fine. It's all good. We're having these actually pretty good photos too.
Yeah.
Dead on shot. What's in the boxes? Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's in the boxes?
Up here?
Next to the cut off flanges things. Yeah.
Glass?
I was gonna say they're frame. Oh, is that windows? That'd be interesting.
What? Wouldn't surprise me if those had started showing up.
Looks like windows.
They're
Hey,
framed
we
like
like windows.
2x4s and whatever, so it looks like something like that.
Granite countertops.
Are those for the ASU for the connecting the
Can you have
air
windows?
intake? No,
Wait,
I'm
can
a
you have windows
Maxar.
on an ASU?
Yes,
Yeah.
Oh.
they're currently metal and called louvers, I think. But yeah,
Yeah, and I wonder if those are because right by the blue pickup, they have those elbows that they're using at the ASU for the water. I changed my mind. I think these are the air intakes for the ASU.
Well, I'd explain why they're working on them now. Why
oh,
they've just been sitting here.
so
Uh-huh.
they're going to go into the hole,
Right.
and then the flange is on the back to attach to the cover thing that we saw.
Yeah, the thing on the red semi.
What's the shorty guy for then? There's a lot of bolt action for no bolt action on this side though.
Well, give them time. Give them
Give
time.
me time. They could put a flange on this side too.
Let them cook.
I was gonna say they could use self-drilling screws too. Put it
It is
on top
very
and
like HVAC duct vibe.
Yeah, self-tapping screws and a little bit of tape. Call it good.
yep.
Well, it's
So,
going to be sucking in a lot, so it doesn't really even need it, right?
so are these the air filters, Alex?
Yes,
Cool.
and
Yeah, it's good seeing that stuff show up today.
Yeah, we're still missing fans or whatever they're going to do for the water cooling side.
maybe that's what's in the boxes.
$1 billion
Well,
Noctuas.
they have the box fan and the circular fans. They could like, tape it together and make something work.
Getting some Apollo 13 vibes.
Pictures are elusive, huh? There's probably only
Yeah,
like 3 or 4 of them. I think you were looking at them earlier, to be fair. But
To be fair.
I thought I was too, but I didn't see anything that because there's cabs. There's certain trucks that are parked there.
Certain.
Oh, for certain. The heavy haul and one
Oh, right,
certain
right. Yeah.
trailer.
I was thinking U-Haul for some reason.
U-Haul, we go into U-Haul.
Be confused with Newhall.
Multi-haul?
Mimo?
Just go through these real quick one more time.
It's
The cladding is disappearing. There's been some nice shots of Roberts Road's Gigabay recently, and it is exterior wise, it's basically done. Need to install the windows still, but otherwise.
from what BJ was saying that the constructions on both of them seem to be going about the same pace. We should probably be at the same place at the end, just start of September.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, thanks to this shot, they made a lot of progress since the flyover.
I threw it in chat if you want to grab it. The green room chat.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think end of year. I'm kind of curious of how fast they're going to try to move into the Gigabay. And especially, they're already moving in, if you will, at Robert Road's Gigabay. So yeah, I think there's another one, but that was the one in that folder.
I know what I'm looking for.
Who would have thought the Giga lot would be elusive?
You know, Darth, the next time you don't know you're going to be hosting, you should have these more in order because, just because.
Says the dude walking on his phone.
True.
Darth, you're doing a fine job, my friend. A fine job.
Yes, you are. I'm just giving hard time for this fun.
I know you are. That's half the fun.
I'm just glad
it is.
I'm not the one with internet issues today.
Sus.
Sus.
Yeah, this is the second time it's happened at this particular hour, so I'm calling some sus on your ISP.
Have you dealt with Spectrum?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
Yes.
I had the subsidiary, but yeah, it's now Spectrum.
It just gets worse. I think somebody crashed into some of their equipment because they're constantly a fleet of trucks.
It was you, wasn't it?
No, I had my stream up and everything just before the countdown started. I'm not a bus driver.
It was the cat.
Nah. My cats know better than to touch the internet.
Did you ever get what they wanted?
They've given up. And that shall remain nameless.
That's it. Finally.
There
Okay.
it is.
Mine and Alex's favorite trailer.
Hasn't gone back to the launch site yet, which is sus.
Yeah. I think they're still trying to figure out a good spot to park it where it won't be blown over. So, we got the two heavy hauls that we've been seeing them tow the trailers with and tow tanks around, stuff like that. And then they went out and got themselves a super heavy haul. These are a favorite of the military and the space industry. Blue Origin uses these same type of cabs to haul nuclear around.
That Oshkosh?
Yep.
Yeah, those are beasts.
There's one at Roberts Road as well, parked under a tent.
Yeah.
That's probably something that you've got to order and wait for 3 years to get.
I believe they're only available surplus, but you can find some really nice ones. But of course, you're paying an arm and a leg. They don't do more than 55 miles an hour unless downhill, but they will pull a lot of stuff that other trucks can't.
Yeah, that's why I believe they got those specifically to do the vehicle pulls.
Makes sense.
As we see, they have more of the trailers.
That's no, never mind.
Share the insanity, Alex.
No.
And waiting for this SPMT to roll down to the launch site.
Oh, they smoothed that out to put some counterweights on it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they put a fence up too. Okay.
That was the big berms they had over there.
Yeah, it was like fill or whatever they put in there.
They got the silt fence going on.
A lot of cones there.
Wait, is that part of Lazy's boom?
No. Shadows, maybe.
No, up by the luffing jib for the Tadano. A little bit right on that corner.
I think that's...
Do they need that piece?
Is that the Tadano's extra?
Pretty big. The big gray portion I thought looked kind of like It's bigger than a.
Yeah, it looks about twice the width of all the other pieces.
But don't know. What other fun, exciting stuff do we have?
Well, I got a question for y'all. Y'all can just throw this up. Has Pad 1 OLM construction progressed at all?
Yes.
From RN James.
Yeah, definitely has.
What, they've stacked it in a closer proximity to each other? Is that what we're talking about?
We had a couple of new parts, but
They're revolutionizing and using Bluetooth corners.
yes, they are.
And while you're finding that, Brian Ayers is asking about, I guess I really don't understand the dove shape extension, why that shape and why so small and out of whack. And I'm just going to swing a guess and say, if we're talking about the launch site, little trapezoidal thing, it is because that is the land that was, it's actually several plots that were slammed together and they stole part of a road sort of thing and combined it. And then they have that little extension there that just combined into the launch site.
Yeah, as far as the launch mount goes, got the 4 bases, 3 of the 4 middle sections, 2 of the middle corners. Still waiting for the 4 corners for the base. And eventually they'll get the rest of the top deck again.
So, do we think the top deck just went to Roberts Road?
I don't think it's a coincidence. There are 3 pieces missing from here, and there are 3 sitting under the tent at Roberts Road.
Yeah, that's interesting. So why not? Well, I guess the fourth would be unique, so never mind on that one.
Yeah, especially if they were putting them together in Florida.
I'm still a bit. Go on.
I was just going to say, in some ways, they want to get 37's launch mount together first, while they apparently want to get the whole trench done here. That's my view on it.
I'm a bit confused why the propellant valves are assembled the way they are.
They have
Some
discovered infinite energy. It just cycles into each other infinitely.
Nice. Yeah, previously they were exactly more or less exactly the same. They didn't have this mirror symmetry.
So you're saying they found the arc reactor. Okay.
I was actually going to make another joke about, can they just pump into a pump and to get extra pumpage? I assume that
Pump
would
it
just
real
break
good?
the pump, though. I'm pretty sure the inlet pressure would just break the pump.
I mean, multi-stage pumps are a thing.
And for anybody wondering, yes, they're using this big Tadano to put the bucket pieces together.
Humans for scale.
Mm-hmm.
Is that thing notorious for tearing up concrete, and that's why they put so much wood down for it to sit on?
Oh yeah. Any crawler crane, you want to have wood or some sort of crane mats.
It also
So
distributes the weight out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just going to give them a head start. You know, it's concrete anyways.
Yeah, right.
We saw, was it the LR11K crawl on the concrete and kind of tear it up a little bit?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did that in the front when they were doing the tank dismantlement.
They did that at Massey's as well
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
for 18.
That 1600 went down the highway one time when Eileen did his thing.
Dun, 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 dun.
Roxanne.
But they moved
No.
wood planks underneath it as it went.
Yeah. Yeah, they just didn't have time to take it apart and move it and put it back together, so they just drove it down the road. That was back in the days when they used a lot of steel plates on that highway too to cover up the potholes.
The curbs were really angled back then too, because they always had to put them on that S turn.
Yep.
Those were the days.
It was a Wednesday.
All right, so the big things. The trench is getting very trenchy.
Trench hands.
They're still working on. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
They're still working on busting up the concrete on the piles.
Is that one big fat pile there, kind of right below where the crane's crossing? Or is that just
There's
a
6 of
mass
them.
of concrete? Yep,
Yeah,
that one.
there's 6 of them.
It's the remnants of the legs for the old OLM.
Oh, that makes sense. Yep, that makes sense.
I know there's better shots.
Yeah, I thought that was 37 for a second.
I know, we know what 37 looks like now. I would, for those wondering, I'll go back to the launch site here in just a minute. So we basically see these at Roberts Road.
Yeah, one of them's in the bay, so
Yeah. This
speculating,
one,
yeah, fitting that out for that.
yeah, looks like they're already fitting out. And 39-1 is parked over here now, in this area. Next to the stands. And they are making work platforms, which I think we believe are going to be for Gigabay. Very similar to the ones we saw go into Megabay 1, I want to say. There's a better shot where you can see the old leg piles. All 6.
Yeah, it's a good shot. Thank you.
And Woodworker Dawn asking the important questions. Pad 2 BQD hoods painted by Flight 42.
Maybe. I mean, 42 is the
Yeah,
answer.
it is.
Especially if they have something special going on.
And Python Propulsion Tech, wondering what we've wondered before about why everything isn't stainless steel on the launch mount, specifically the hoods.
Alex, you still here? You want to take that one?
Yeah, say Alex would be best.
Isn't that the department at SpaceX that says, how can we screw with them this week?
Yeah, pretty much. So,
Honestly, go ahead, dudes.
yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know why they necessarily couldn't. I think it just was a matter of they decided that that would be a good flex piece to have there, and then they always wanted to screw with us, so they just put that flex piece in out of carbon steel, and then go ahead and just paint it crappily, of course, so that we could complain about it and OCD it.
Yeah, what's funny is for Pad 2, they actually we saw them actually make the hoods on site. Whereas for 39A, they came prefabbed. So I think they were still figuring it out. And using the carbon steel versus stainless was the quick and easy way of doing it.
Oh, Alex is back.
Yay!
Everybody scatter.
So, Alex, what was your theory on why SpaceX chose to use carbon steel on parts of the hood pieces for the OLM?
None. I haven't stopped to think about it yet.
Okay, so we're gonna go with my theory about they just wanted to screw with us, and so they chose carbon steel because it was cheap and easy, and then they can just paint it really crappily and just mess with the OCDs.
It's best practices to trigger the community, I believe.
I was trying to throw some cool stuff like it had some better flex in it, but I don't think that's actually true. They could do the same thing with stainless steel if they really wanted to.
Yeah, I think it looks like they're using stainless more on the flame trench than they previous, because I'm pretty sure they're using carbon steel on one side of the flame trench, and now it looks like they're using it on both.
Let me see if I can get.
I wouldn't mind if they just did a good paint job and actually made it look good. I'd also like them to buff it out and make it like a mirror finish, or just use the solvent they're going to use on it to make it a little bit shinier.
A little electrolysis wouldn't hurt either.
Yeah.
So they're pre-assembling the deluge plumbing.
Mm-hmm.
Curious, what do they need the electrolysis for?
It to repacify the surface. Because if you look at all the joints where it's brown and rusted, it's easier using electrolysis to clean off and repacifies the surface so that you can oxidize the chromate and easier than and get rid of. Because all the discoloration on that surface is primarily caused from oxidation.
Thank you.
So yeah, for the most part, Pad 2 looks like they could just throw another stack on and go again.
Yeah. The discoloration in the corner of it looks like it's more of the gradient from how much water is coming out and surface temperature rather than anything else.
Right.
And EV Gizmojim asking about, so the flame trench digging is complete for pad 1, question mark?
It's Gizmo.
Almost. They were still digging out the ramp, the north ramp. But as far as, yes, they've hit depth. They've already poured the work slab on the south ramp.
The blinding layer.
Yeah, you can see we're still digging out. But for all we know, it's been 4 days. They could be pretty much wrapped up with the digging. We should know in the next flyover.
Oh, yeah. Friday? All right.
Oh, sure,
yeah.
you can say it.
All right, all right, all right.
What? No, you were throwing in the L's in there. You gotta say, all right, you know.
Tomato, tomato.
Tomato, tomato. So
emphasis.
It's on the wrong syllable.
This might make Alex happy.
What?
Our
Go
friend
on.
Cody G, saw some grinding and welding up inside the tower.
Alex does
Inside
love
the
himself some
tower.
grinding and welding.
So apparently the grinding and welding is the exciting part for Alex, okay?
Yeah.
Good to know.
We were talking about
I'm a
dates
bit
already.
confused, but okay.
Sus.
It looks like they're prepping for that line on the inside.
On the inside, that's boring.
Yeah, nothing to get blown off and nothing to be seen on the cameras.
Fun in that. It is. I don't know what. Like, the Loxo looks beautiful to me. I don't know what the problem is. Why is everybody complaining about it?
Well, I mean, it's certainly a taste issue, for sure. It's got that, natural look to it, I guess.
It's urban camouflage.
You're
That's
not
all
supposed
it
to.
is.
You're not supposed to stick your tongue on it, so it should not be a taste issue.
You're entitled
But
to
it's
your
not gold.
opinions, even when you're wrong.
Urban camouflage. Just saying. And yes, this hood definitely took it to the face.
It's not very good camouflage because we can see it.
That's why it's urban.
Did we have, I know we're going over this, did we have a Real West since we're in our whatever we're in now?
2 hours.
Man, now you're gonna make Darth have to search again.
I mean, we can finish up pad 2 and then.
No, it's all good.
Okay.
It's all good. It's Darstep's at search, not us.
After hours on Starbase Expanded.
That is what Starbase Expanded is, after hours.
No, it's the extra after the Starbase Expanded.
It's the after hours.
Yeah.
After dark.
No, I wouldn't go there. That's a little bit.
I wouldn't go there either.
It's a little bit.
Oh, red alert! Red alert!
So, looks like they've started making walls, trench wall sections back here.
Did we see?
and
Go on.
two of the showed up today.
The what?
Two of the OLM legs showed up today.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And as far as I know, he still doesn't have his heel on yet.
There's no place like home.
Ding dong, the Wicked Witch is dead. So they removed that yesterday and immediately started cutting it up. Today, they finally let the LR11K go from it.
Did it go to sleep yet?
Not yet.
So we're expecting it to get reconfigured soon and finish off the tower.
Yeah, roof should be coming up soon. But I kind of get a feeling the crew, they have a minimal crew working up top here. But I think the main crew is working at 39A currently. That's just my opinion. And they've started stacking third levels of the walls.
Well, at least they're on 3 or 4.
Yeah.
We saw the holes that are, I think, on level 3, and then a little bit on level 4. So.
All right. And on today's drive-by, Mauricio did do another drive-through of Rio West. So looks like they're still finishing Chompy's
Well,
and the park
Chompy's
area.
expansion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's deflated. I was like, okay, where's the rocket ship at?
Oh, the bounce houses are down.
Yeah. Oh, is that a horse in between the 2 buildings next to the park area? Or a
horse?
slide? Oh, it's probably a slide. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, we thought it was going to be a water fountain forever, and then they're like, no, it's not going to be a water fountain. And then it's like, oh, they put this structure over there, which I think looks like one of those wooden play houses for kids.
You're talking about
It's
in here?
no, it's sorry, it's to the right, between the buildings, if you will, the townhomes and the nope, up to the right.
Oh,
Closer.
up here?
Oh, no. Sorry, no, you were close. Go back. Just in between the two buildings, in the middle.
Right here?
Well, in the middle section.
Across the street.
To your right.
Oh.
Yeah.
This area. Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that one.
The other middle.
I finally caught up.
Yeah, it's even got the gray, like that's that absorption material that you fall on so you don't hurt stuff on a
Right.
playground.
Makes sense.
Back in my day.
Yeah, we had the real stuff back in the day. Tetanus
How about
eggs.
metal monkey bars?
Monkey bars.
And steel slippery slides at a T. And steel slippery slides at a T. Skin up on a hot day.
Merry-go-round, see how fast you could get them spinning and get people fly off away.
The only
Dude,
cushion you
that
got
happened to
were
me. I flew off.
Yes.
It was
bark
very
chips and
scary.
splinters.
I mean, everything looked good from the drive-through. Definitely a different perspective.
Street view for scale.
Yeah, it looks really pretty and nice and neat. And yeah, it looks really nice in there. Actually, looks really nice.
Why do those stairs look so wonky?
Perspective.
It's just the picture. Well, it's the atmosphere and the direction of travel and everything else.
I think the concrete parking bays are giving you a bit of a illusion as well there.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure they didn't look like that on the drive-by. So
SpaceX, they might reinvent the stairs.
Yeah, he even drove down to this area. So for those watching the earlier, this is where the outpost and other places are located. Maria's place. That was all pointed out by Mauricio.
Star maps.
Maps to the stars. All right, we got any more questions?
no, not really. I think we're good. I think we got it all.
So the SU gets to wait another week.
Yeah, we'll package something together and get it all packaged up, and then get all the piping and markings
Yes,
and stuff going on.
indeed.
They have the air filter stuff all plugged in, or at least placed, so we get a more idea of what it looks like, a more finished version of it.
Yeah. Yeah, they started hooking up the water again. I think all their pressure tests they were doing they finished. So
Nice.
yeah, so probably after this week's flower things will make a bit more sense.
So I wondered how much longer we have before they have the mains connected.
Probably has another 2 months. But they also have to build their blast wall and stuff, but I'm assuming they'll bring the SU online before all of that stuff is done, or at least starting
Yeah,
the commissioning process.
I just meant how much longer until they're actually running water from Brownsville.
Oh,
Shouldn't be long, should it?
yo no sé.
Yeah, I would say next launch easily. I'm actually curious if the pump house or whatever they're going to call that thing, the filtration house, is going to be required, or what they're doing with that.
Right. Because I kind of get a feeling it's just a mini version of the one up the road.
Yeah, next deluge test. I'll watch for some MOVAC action. If we don't see any, then we'll know they got the water running.
So Brian didn't get the dock set up. Can you re-explain that or go into a little more detail, please?
Yeah,
For the
so
space.
SpaceX is first off trying to get a 50-year lease on the section of land, calling it a shark tooth or whatever you want to call that thing. It is to the right of Saronic, and it's across the channel from Rio Grande LNG. And effectively, they have to, whenever you're going to modify kind of a universal waterway, you have to go through USA's, much like everything else. So they have applied for a 408, which is their version of that. I don't have any documents beyond that yet for that 408, but that's something they've submitted. And I'm still waiting for the port themselves to come back and recharacterize what this 50-year lease is going to be and that they approved and everything else, which they may or may not do on the record, which would kind of be sad if it don't, but that's how it goes. The dock itself is just going to be like, well, anything else, concrete dock they're going to pull up to. They have not explained what they're going to be doing, so crane, not crane, anything else like that.
Trying to see if we had a.
I'm not sure we got Rio Grande adjacent slash that area. I can tell you nothing has changed because we're realistically we're looking for in those areas the pipeline should be started 14 days ago, which we should be seeing either directional drilling or set up some platforms for supports or something like that. So, sort of waiting on that to be happening at some area.
I don't think we got any of the LNG plant.
Brian Air is asking if they're going to widen the Bay Area. No, not necessarily. They're just going to add their dock to it. They could push back a little bit, but they're just going to pretty much add their dock to it. The bay was just deepened, uh, dredged wise for 10 feet.
Yeah, because it's further down this side is where the LNG plant is, correct?
It's way down
Yeah, yeah.
comparatively, yeah. You'd have to look. I don't think we got anything, but
Yeah, I don't think we had
it's
any of
it's
those.
been a weird week, so I'm assuming they might have been on the Scrub Baruski, but that was a week ago, and I don't remember. I
Right?
don't think it was on this one, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing any of those. So we should be getting another flyover this weekend. Should be able to see a lot of those changes.
On Friday, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, indeed.
All right, we got any more questions?
No.
Yeah, where did you say ship C9.1 was parked, Lawrence?
It's parked next to the mega bays, next to the static fire and booster cryo stand.
So not at the scrapyard, so it's a good chance it might be or it may get reused.
I'm thinking this whole setup might use it. Possibly.
Okay.
But yeah, it's parked over here along with these.
Thank you.
Like right over here. So
In which
we'll just
case,
have,
that'd be the third time it's been iterated to be used. Is that right? Did they do it again?
yeah, if they decide to modify it, should be the third go round.
Wouldn't putting that nose cone on top of that make that awfully tall for what they're trying to test? And they've already, I guess, just a small base underneath the nose cone would work better for testing than having that whole big, large tank under it.
Either way, I
Unless
know what you're
they,
saying, but
unless they. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say either way, small base or use what you already have existing.
Yeah, but that would make the nose cone stick out of the top of any of the test articles that we have out at Massey's.
Right?
They,
But they can
they
add
could
things to the
possibly.
top of the
Yeah, or they could cut the S39.1 in half, make it half as or somewhat like shorter too.
correct. So we'll just have to wait and see what they end up doing.
It just sounds like a lot of work. It'd be easier to stick a new base under it.
Well, we know they can cut and weld existing sections. They did it with 18.3, so we'll see what they have planned. It was just strange that they brought the whole thing back on the OG can crusher. So it will be interesting to see what they end up doing with all that. But I think they are going to want to have a base of some sort under that Pez dispenser bottom. So if they are doing any pushing and pulling, they have actual support for it, just like in a real ship.
Brian Ayres was wondering what the black stand in Mega Bay 2 was, and I'm going to swing a guess that we're talking about the structure that we were referring to that got sleeved.
So the trapezoid frame that is now under the structural test article nose cone.
Yeah, that wasn't on my bingo card at all. That's been
I said stuff.
I don't think any of us had that one.
And it is now named 43.1. Is that right?
That's what that label says. Mauricio got, I think he got some, he might have gotten another shot of it, but he verified that's what the label said when he was out there.
Yeah, it's sometimes easier to look through the lens and just see if you're reading something.
Yeah, it says 43.1 qual.
I think there's a photo in Patreon Lounge about it. No, that's the photo you got, sorry.
Yeah.
Also, Steph, did you hear that they are retrieving? They're sending a ship out to retrieve the ship that is still currently bobbing in the Indian Ocean.
Yeah, does that mean I got to travel 4,500 kilometres over there to get a photo of it if they bring it back to Australia, which is not going to happen?
Yes, you have volunteered. That is your mission now if they do bring it back there.
Google Maps said it's only a 50-hour drive.
How are you going to get to it in the middle of the ocean driving, though?
No. If they bring it back to the port, is what we're talking about.
But I thought they can't bring it back to Australia.
Why?
'Cause stuff and
Because
things.
We've got recent ITAR treaties with America and Australia to do with rocketry too.
Yep.
I mean, they could technically bring it to a military port to the north, but I don't see them doing that.
Where's Diego Garcia from here? Asking for a friend.
You gonna load it on a B2 and drop it somewhere?
I can't see it being a problem going to a public port because, I mean, the ship, it rolled down a highway into public view. It's not like it's any secret, really, to be honest.
Yep.
It'll be under the cloak of night. Tile side up, nobody will see it.
Yeah, but it'll be upside down because it's down in Australia.
That's all right. Most of our animals are nocturnal down here, so the animals will all get to see it.
Already upside down.
So, Steph, we're going to get you a kangaroo costume and a camera. And then you go just jumping in there because all the animals are nocturnal and no one will notice you and you get the pictures we need. I like this idea. Who's in?
I don't think the kangaroos are nocturnal, though. Those are the one animals that aren't.
She said most. That's good enough.
you picked the one that wasn't. She'd be a
Kangaroos
little out of place in a kangaroo outfit at night.
Kangaroos are pretty active at night too. I just worked out why it floats tail side up. Because the flaps are down. I was wondering what gave in the forward flaps. I was wondering what gave the ship stability to float tail side up when that should be the heaviest side of the vehicle. But the rear flaps are down and the front flaps are on the leeward side, so that would give it, stabilize it in that orientation. I wonder if it landed tail side down, whether it would have rolled over by itself too. They probably made it land leaning, 15 or whatever degrees towards the leeward side when I landed it. So it only just tweaked me. How come the floats that side down or that side up, whichever way you want to say.
Well, you think about it. They wanted all the tile data they could get, and boy, did they get it.
Yeah,
And
and then
still
some.
getting it.
Yeah.
So those should have been the white tiles.
So any ideas on what was the ignition source for the methane actually catching fire after landing? Because the steel would have been below the temperature, cell combustion temperature of methane gas, wouldn't it, by the time it came down through the atmosphere and then touched the water, obviously? Just wondering
They
what
Burn off,
made.
they
burn
probably
off
have
igniter like
yeah.
they have on the booster. Sorry, didn't know you were back, Alex.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
So I didn't quite catch what you said, Alex.
Darts are either it's a sparkler, sort of like they had, by the shuttle main engines or on the booster for when they're venting the methane when it comes back in to burn it off.
And you think the booster had that too, perhaps, like on the catch flights?
Yeah.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you see where the fires were, it lines up with where the side vents are.
Yeah, and it seemed to release like a fair amount of methane before it actually ignited it. There seemed to be a lot of methane already in the air when the igniters were lit or when the source of ignition happened.
Yeah, they're probably venting it off slow enough so that it wouldn't have enough to get explosive.
Yeah, so no damaged tiles and whatever. And how deliberate do you think this non-explosion was? Like, if it landed on the right angle in the water, because it did seem to hit the water very softly, didn't it? Whereas the other one
Well,
seemed to slam into the water.
it was deliberate because it technically is a violation of their launch license because it specifies they're supposed to hit with enough force to basically break the downcomer to get it to explode.
Ah, so this is a bad thing. Okay, cool.
Well, bad and
if they
oopsie.
abandon it.
We
Yeah.
made happy trees,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing as when they left what was that booster? Bob's a booster as well. The one they pile drives that just sat there for a couple days.
13.
Yeah, 13.
That
Yeah.
ended up off the Mexican coast.
Yeah, it's the same sort of thing. They brought it down in a way that they want to recover it because, like I was touching on, at least in my opinion, it's the same. They'd much rather take this and start chopping it up and doing their destructive testing on a vehicle. So at least the first one they catch, they'll be able to not have to do as much destructive work to it so they can have their display item. Because they've been desperate to try and get physical data from the ship post reentry.
Yep. So, like, if they catch an ash ship, this one they give it just a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I mean, you should plan yourself a road trip stuff and spend a week driving.
Just in
Also,
time to
Steph, I'm
see it.
calling it. Go ahead.
Because yeah,
No, what are you calling it?
the ship is going back to Texas or to Florida. They're going to revamp it and they're going to refly it again. I know it's probably not going to happen, but if it does, I told you so.
Yeah, it's not going to leave Australia.
I
mean,
but you never know.
If they get the semi-submergible recovery vessel, they could do all the vivisection on board.
Ooh.
The slim chance they do, everyone's going to know. Butter guy
Todd said
says
it.
so.
That's correct. And we will remind you when it happens. But with that, we've been streaming for 3 hours. I think we are good. If that's good with you, gents and Steph.
I didn't even know we're still
Unanimous.
streaming.
Works for me.
Yeah, we are. So
Good night,
if you
everybody.
guys want to carry on the conversation in chat, we invite you to come into Discord. We're all here. We're all talking. We're all intrigued. But other than that, Matt will be back next Tuesday. Alex, thank you so much for hosting last week and attempting to host this week. Darth, thank you for picking up the slack and doing all the photos and hosting. Event Dudes, questions, donations, hosting. Thank you so much. Todd, thank you for showing up. Alaska, thank you for your 2 cents and for adding in. Same with you, Vash. Same with PK. Same with everybody who joined and everybody in chat from let's see, from Kiwi both in chat and also speaking up, from Dez to Brian to Yazada to Credence to Doc John to everybody. Thank you guys so much. This show is so much better with all of you here. And as always, thank you to Six Silverstones for broadcasting. We wouldn't be able to do any of the shows during the week if it wasn't for Six and his availability. Thank you so much, Six. We appreciate you greatly. The next thing we have is a drive-by on Thursday. So you get a day off. And then Thursday, we're going to do a drive-by. Friday morning, 9:30 Central Time is the flyover scheduled. So hopefully we'll all see you there and the weather allows for that. And then we'll do a show and tell later that day. So keep an eye out in Patreon Lounge for that. And with that, I will let you all say thank you and goodbye. Darth, you want to start?
Thank you, everybody, for putting up with me and the shenanigans of today's show. And we hope to see you again Thursday.
So
Take it away,
Cindy
Alex.
said, thank you and goodbye.
Thank you, goodbye.
Good
Dude.
day and goodbye.
Thanks so much, guys.
Rebel.
Thanks for watching it. And in the immortal words of Matt, love, something, and chopstick rail grease. Peace, love, and chopstick rail grease. There we go.